Have you ever thought, I wish English had this particular word from this another language? And have you ever thought exactly how that word or phrase would be anglicized? What about words that you wish to have in your native language or Japanese? In English, there are already dozens of loanwords from Japanese that have gone through various processes of anglicization, each to a varying degree. For instance, tsunami was borrowed directly from Japanese, largely retaining the original form, which is curious because the English phonotactics, or a set of rules that dictate what types of sounds can appear in what positions, usually does not allow the affricate ts to appear in the word initial position. In contrast, the kanji representation of this word was lost completely, and the word is pronounced in accordance with the English phonological rules. Another loanword, jinrikisha, is thought to have gone through roughly two processes of borrowing. 1. Clipping, also known as shortening or truncation, where either the beginning or the end of a word is deleted. And 2. Contraction, in which sounds or syllables in word initial positions are dropped. Thus, jinrikisha morphed into rickshaw, which vaguely sounds like the original word, but you shouldn't be able to guess its origin just from its appearance or pronunciation. Now, these examples date back to the late 1800s and the early 1900s, but what about more recent loanwords? What comes to mind immediately for me is the expression "nani the f***," which first appeared on 4chan in 2013, and I've heard many people on the internet use this phrase, especially those who are commonly regarded as weeaboos, or those making fun of them through imitation. Recently though, people are more likely to simply use "nani," an overly dramatic exclamation used abundantly in Japanese manga and anime. Generally, compared with content words, such as common nouns and verbs, grammatical words, including pronouns and determiners, are less likely to be borrowed and even less likely to be used productively in the recipient language. So we will probably never see "nani" being used any other way in the future, as in "nani on earth are you doing?" or "tell me nani you want me to do." So my questions for you are the following. What words or phrases do you wish were part of Japanese or your native language? And what would they look like after being borrowed? Here are some of my suggestions. I really want "natsukashi" to be part of every language. English has the word nostalgic, but its usage is limited and it's not used as frequently. Natsukashi is quite a lengthy word, so how about we say "nuts," which is short for natsukashi, even though nuts already exist in English. Example. Look at that Nintendo 64. I used to play Super Mario 64 all the time. It's nuts, or I'm nuts. I understand that this is going to be confusing for a lot of people. I just want to hear people say nuts. Next, "mendoukusai" is a phrase that accurately describes my mood 99% of the time. This is another lengthy word, so why don't we say "mendi" for short? "Mendosome" after "bothersome," or "mendal." Or what about a completely nonsensical literal translation? Face, fall, stink. Example. I've got so much homework to do, my stinking face is about to fall off. At this point, no one will know nani on earth you're talking about. Voice your opinions in the comments below, and see you next time.